Hey, I'm Rob. Welcome to Reframe. As humans, we love tension and release. We love when something builds, and then finally it releases. We're hungry, and we eat. We're horny, and tension and release is what makes music exciting. How do melodies use tension and release? Well, when we break down what a melody actually is, it makes it a lot easier to conceptualize. A melody is a linear series of notes, meaning it travels in one direction
through time.
And each new note has an intervallic relationship to the last note and the note after it. We call these intervallic relationships intervals. We have the root note, minor second, minor third, major third, perfect fourth, augmented fourth or tritone, perfect fifth, minor sixth, major seven, major seven, and then we're back to the top. 12 notes, baby. The distance between the first note in a piece and the second note in a piece will have an intervallic relationship. It might be a perfect fifth.
Ascending.
And then that note will also have an intervallic relationship to the next note in the piece. That might be a minor third.
Descending.
The intervals, when played together, range in levels of tension.
Here's a table of all 12 intervals from least tense at the top to most tense at the bottom. This is the same table but ordered by distance, with the notes closest together at the top and the notes furthest apart at the bottom.
That's a little bit about the theory of intervals. But how do we create tension, then release with melody? Well, there's two ways. One is the amount of tension going from one note to another note in your melody. If you use one of these really tense intervals, the red ones, and then follow that with a less tense interval, like one of the green ones, you're perfectly creating tension and release.
Here's an example of a song that uses this concept, Pure Imagination. Come with is a minor third, which is 4 out of 10 on the tension table. With me is a perfect fifth, which is 2 out of 10. Well is a major 7, which is 8 out of 10 on the tension table. The second way is
the intervallic relationship between the melody note and the root note of the chord that you're on. For example, if I'm playing a C chord and then my melody note is an E, that's the major third. But if I'm playing an F chord and the melody note is E, then the intervallic relationship is a major 7 between the F and the E, which is a lot more tense. To create tension and release in our melodies, if you've already written your melody, then it's our job to create chords that make that melody have tension and release within it.
the first chord of Pure Imagination is an F minor 7. The melody note when that chord hits is a perfect 4, level 5 tension. Then on the B flat, we hit the B flat note, level 1 on the tension table. Then it's an E flat chord with a D note, a major 7, 8 on the tension table. So even in the first 4 bars, we've hit a 5, a 1, and an 8. That's a big variety of tension. And that's the key, balance. Balanced tension.
Tension and release is one of the most important things to make music exciting for a listener. To create tension and release with your melodies, you must be aware of how intervals work. There's multiple intervallic relationships we need to be aware of. One of them is within the melody, how one note jumps to the next note. And the second way is between the melody and the root note of the chord that you're playing. And we do that by making note choices that both have low tension intervals between the root note of the chord and the melody, and high tension intervals between the root note of the chord and the melody. Thanks for watching this episode of Reframe. I'm Rob. Bye.